goals for India. For forest, they have set a target 33%. What is the current level? 22% only. They have to improve another 10% for the forest. For that, they have a goal. They are looking into that. So, what is the time period for that? SDG goals. So, when it is targeted to achieve? 2030. By 2030, they are targeting 10% they have to achieve. For that, the deforestation is a threat for that. Sir, we have to improve the forest at one side. But if we are cutting the trees, it would not improve. Sir, for what purpose the people are cutting trees is, major part is agriculture. Destroy all the houses and then will you make it as an agricultural land? Not possible. You have to destroy the forest, then only you have to do it agriculture. So, agriculture is the major cause of deforestation. Next thing is urban development. Second thing is only urban development. What do you mean by urban development? Construction of houses. So this is the second thing. Next one, mining, roads and infrastructure. Now in India today, this map is being published in August 2023. This is available in website. Sir, for what purpose Indians are cutting the trees? And which state is one of the topmost in cutting trees, which is called deforesting? You see that Punjab is 20%. They are topping. Next thing is Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. For how many years? In past 15 years. That means from 2000 itself they have started. 15 years they are being topping in this place. So Punjab, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. So this is a global forest statistics. Sir, in globe, how much of hectares of land is there? If you are buying a land, how will you quantify? Quantify in hectares. Sir, I have purchased 1 hectare of land. Will you quantify like that? No. When you are purchasing for house, it will be quantified only in terms of square feet. If agricultural people are buying land, they will quantify in terms of hectares. 1 hectare, 2 hectare, like that they will quantify. So agricultural land is always measured by hectares. Global scenario, how much hectares of land is available? You see 406 crore hectares of agricultural land available. So in that, you see nearly 45% of forests are tropical. Forest is not only where you have green trees. If you go to north part of Russia or north part of Canada, you will be having a frozen forest. In Brazil you have Amazon forest, no? That is an example of tropical forest. So tropical forest only, high biodiversity available. Nearly 45% of world's forest are richest and they are in tropical. Now 406 crore hectares of forest is covered, and this is the global scenario. This is being released by World Bank statistics. World Bank releases statistics each and every year. Which country has highest amount of forest? Russia. Why? Because they have boreal forest, half of their land. And next thing is Brazil. We think that greatest forest is in Brazil, which is Amazon forest, which is not. The largest forest is in Russia. Then third one is Canada. These are the top 3 countries which is having forest. What are the top 3 countries which is having agricultural impact? Which is the top 3 in agriculture? Agricultural products developed country. Forest country I have told. What are they? Russia, Brazil, Canada. These are the top 3. Top 3 in agriculture. India is top 1. Second one is US. Third one is Russia. These are the top 3. So Russians are topping in forest. Russians are topping in agriculture also. In that 110 crore of hectares are there as primary forest. That means it is not impacted by humans. Those are called the primary forest. Why we are looking into forest is, forest consumes CO2. How much CO2 it consumes, you should know. 66,200 crore tons of CO2 is being absorbed. We are generating industrial products, but when it generated, it emits CO2. Who inhales that? This forest. How much it inhales per year? 66,200 tons is being inhale. So this is an understanding of global scenario. Sir, in India, how much forest is available? 8.3 crore hectares of forest is only there. In global, how much crores of hectares? 406 crore hectares of forest is there. In India, how much hectares? 8.3 crore hectares only available. India is in this place. 1.8% of forest is only there. And India is having around 22% of forest. About 25%. Sir, how they count as 25% is? Apart from forest, we are planting the trees in our house. We are planting the trees near road, near highways. These are all counted when it comes to 25%. Only in forest the trees are 22. Rest of the 3% are elsewhere. That is why they are planning to improve the forest year by year. National Forest Policy. There is a policy in India which has been a backbone of SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals. What is the target of India? To reach 33% of forest. They are making a note here. This is a graph. You can see which state is cutting trees more. Wherever you see green, they are not deforesting. They are improving the forest. Whichever is white, they are cutting the trees like anything. This is for the period of 5 years. What are those periods? 2020 to 2025. In the last 5 years, who has cutted more trees? The red color is cutting trees, green color is planting trees. This places, West Bengal, this Meghalaya place, and these areas are minus 35%. They are cutting trees more here. But you see, in the southern part, there is no cutting or deforesting is happening. But in the northern side, you see here, white color is also cutting down trees. Haryana, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, there they are utilizing the resources. Sir, who is utilizing the resources? These people are industrial. They are taking resources from here and making products. Mangrove forest is planting trees near coastal areas. That is called mangrove forest. In forest, there are different types. Tropical forest, mangrove forest. What do you mean by mangrove is? Sir, I am planting trees near the seashore. That is called what? Mangrove forest. In India, how much kilometers? 5,000 square kilometers of mangrove forest is there. Now, let us understand what is the major cause of deforestation. You see, this is a pie chart. By this you can understand, sir, due to what trees are being cut. Which is the first most? Agriculture. They are cutting trees for agriculture only, because of forest is converted into agriculture land and for grazing the fields. Can you see the pie chart here? Small hold agriculture is 35 to 45%. Large hold agriculture is 15 to 30. If you add this, how much percentage will come? 15% plus 35 will be 50%. So trees are cut for 50% due to agricultural people only cut. Now, after that, which is largest? Cattle and pasture. The domestic animals will be there, no? It will consume all the agricultural land. It will consume all the forest as the food. That is 20 to 25%. So, if you add, nearly 75% is gone. Rest of them are logging. The industries consume the wood for their manufacturing. It is called logging. Second thing is urbanization. Sir, we think that we are cutting forest for construction of houses. Yes, but how much percentage? 1 to 3% only. Rest of the 95% are for other reasons. So this is for urbanization, means what? Growth of airports, industries and commercial building, etc. For large scales, the clearing is done. Next thing, commercial logging. I told logging. Logging is meant by what? Trees are used for forest resources, used for industries. Sir, what are the industries they use? Paper industry, rubber industries use forest, furniture, plywood, all the materials are being used as logging. So this is the industrial reason. Next thing, mining and quarrying. Taking the resources from the soil. It is called mining. How much percentage? 1 to 2%. What they take in mining? Coal, iron ore and limestone. These three things they derive from the forest. Next thing, sir, what industry in past 15 years they have consumed more is mining industry. This is only from India. From this published in August 2023. For past 15 years, which industry deforested high is mining, road and irrigation. This is been published by India Today. This is a newspaper and you can depend this news. Next thing, forest fires also is the cause for deforestation. This will not happen mostly in India but in foreign countries. In USA, forest fire is a very big threat. So due to forest fire, we lose the forest. And shifting of cultivation, slash and burn. I have heard this name. The agricultural people, what they do is, soon after they are sowing and reaping all the plants, they burn the agricultural land. That is called slashing and burning. After some time, they will use that same place for another crop. That is called slash and burn farming. So this is a temporarily cover which they use for deforestation. Overgrazing. Overgrazing is consumption of domestic animals. They consume the forest. Next thing. What are the effects of deforestation is, sir, if forest is cutted, trees are cutted, climate change will occur. So I have already told forest consumes 66,200 crore tons of carbon and it only contributes about 10 to 15% of global greenhouse gas emission. 15% is reduced only by the forest. Loss of biodiversity. If you cut the tropical trees, animals and plant species will get reduced. Soil erosion. During any rainfall, all the top fertile soil will get washed away by the rainfall. This is called soil erosion. How much crore of topsoil is being removed? 2,400 crore tons of fertile soil is lost globally every year. Land degradation, 20 to 40% of the soil is being land degraded due to wind and water erosion. Next thing, disturbance of water cycle. Sir, we are having rainfall. We know the water cycle. What do you mean by water cycle? Hydrological cycle is called a water cycle. There are two places. How much percentage of land and how much percentage of water in globe? 71% of water, 29% of land. The water is being observed from all the places, no? You see the nature, it takes more water from the ocean and it sprinkles in the land. Do you see the wonders of nature? Ocean evaporation is 413. This is in 1000 cubic kilometers of storage. Can you see how much of evaporation is being done in land? Only 73. Evaporation and transpiration is 73. If you compare with ocean, how much time of evaporation is happening in the land? And you see how much of precipitation? Precipitation is 373. The ocean water is being taken by the sun is 413. Precipitation is 373. The hydrological cycle does not give more water to the ocean. You see, from land 73,000 cubic kilometer of water is being transpired and precipitation is how much? 113. Do you see the nature's wonder? Nature is consuming the water from one side and it is giving to the other side. If this is not happening, we would have not lived here in this planet. This hydrological cycle is a wonder. It regulates the rainfall, it disturbs this. If you cut this forest, the water which is going to fall in land will fall in ocean because there is no precipitation. So we will get less amount of rainfall. More rainfall will occur in other places. So increased natural disaster like floods. If there are trees in the forest and in slopes, it will not allow for landslide. If there is no trees, then landslide will happen. Loss of livelihood. Sir, how many crore of people dependent on forest? 160 crore people are dependent on forest. This is the conservation measures we have done. Sir, I have given enough number of information of cutting trees. But in India, there are some measures is being taken. rebuilding of green cover. This is the statistics of 2009 to 2023. They have cutted forest, and more than cutting, they are planting the trees. This is called afforestation. Rebuilding is also done. You see at which year we have done greatest deforestation? 2011, 94.4 unit it has been reforested. Currently it is having a good trend. So these are the conservation measures. Sir, how we shall protect this? Afforestation. Two keywords: reforestation and afforestation. Afforestation is planting trees in new land. Reforesting is already there was a forest. It has been cut. The same place you are foresting. That is called reforesting. Afforestation is 20 to 22% and 5 to 6% in India. Now, sustainable forest management is also an initiative of selective logging. What is sustainable forest is selective logging, cutting trees for industrial purpose. So you should select the place, then only you should cut the trees, not in all the places. To protect ecosystem and biodiversity. Then social forestry. We heard forest, but what is social forest? Forest means there will be no human beings. What do you mean by social forest? Planting trees in schools, canals and community lands, etc. Near road lines, if you are planting trees, that is called social forestry. This has to be improved for bringing down the deforestation. Agroforestry. What do you mean by agroforestry? Can you see here? Sir, this is an agriculture land. They are planting trees here. The agriculture land should also have trees. This is called agroforestry, agriculture and forestry. Integrating trees with agricultural crops improve soil fertility. This soil will not allow to run off. The trees will catch, the tree's root will catch. This is one of the measures. Have you seen this forest fire snip sensor? During any burn, there will be some gases are left. That gas will be sensed. That is called fire sniff. This is a forest fire management. This has been introduced. Soon as the gas starts leaking, they will start the recovery. And legal protection we can do in order to reduce the deforestation. Then last one, sir, what are the government measures? Sir, does government took any initiative? Yes. Forest Conservation Act, which is, sir, what is the purpose of this? You cannot cut any tree. If you cut the tree, they will imprison you. Sir, where is the legislative? It has been legislated in 1980. No person should cut down the trees in the forest. There was a issue. They are not cutting the trees. They are hunting the species and then they are selling. Wildlife Protection Act. What do you mean by this? Nobody should hunt. If you are hunting, then you will be imprisoned. That is the reason for Wildlife Protection Act. In this act, there are three things are there. What are they? Reserved forest, protected forest, and village forest. In there they have classified. Reserved forest means no human should go. Humans also should not go. That is called reserved forest. Second thing is protected forest. What do you mean by protected forest is you are going to zoos, no? You are going to national parks, zoos. They are called protected forest. So there it is controlled for hunting and gazing and permitted unless prohibited. Next thing is village forest is some village people are assigned to live there. That is called village forest. There might be some people, only for that particular people that access is there in that forest. That is called the village forest. After that, then came the National Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management. CAMPA. What do you mean by CAMPA is, after this, industries were initiated much more after 1980s in India. What every industry should do is, if any industry is being constructed, they are cutting 100 trees means they have to plant 100 trees in somewhere. That is the compensation for every industry in today's legislation. This is a CAMPA rule which is being protected for forest. Forest has to improve only you should provide alternate forest in some other land.